local news that matters. This is CBS 17 News.
Seconds count as an Amber Alert for a kidnapped teen is issued.
Our main concern right now is to try to get this young lady back to her family.
The clues, the door-to-door search, and a live report on CBS 17 News at 5.
Hate on display. A local man faces charges after police say he targets a synagogue.
Some typical anti-Semitic tropes: get out of the government, get out of Kerry, get out of our country, that sort of thing.
But his parents claim that's not the whole story.
A water emergency impacts two Triangle towns. Why it's deja vu for tens of thousands of people. CBS 17 News at 5 starts now.
And now, your forecast first from the CBS 17 Storm Team.
Well, it definitely wasn't the prettiest start to a work week we've ever had, but it actually is going to get wetter and stormier tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Wes Hohenstein. Thanks for watching CBS 17. So no real rain on the radar, but there's still low clouds, fog, maybe some drizzle and mist out there, and that's something we'll have to deal with for the duration of the evening. So the clouds, the thick clouds, aren't going anywhere. Temperatures, where they are now, is pretty much where they're going to stay for the rest of tonight. And as I mentioned, there might be a little drizzle and mist, mostly dry. Could be a little bit of fog later, but this is all in preparation for a warmer and stormy day tomorrow. I'm going to walk you through the day hour by hour and tell you what exactly to expect coming up in a few minutes.
A water emergency in Orange County and a teenager forced into a stolen car, prompting an Amber Alert.
A busy Monday, starting with CBS 17 investigative reporter Richard Essex live after a Cary man is told to stay 100 yards away from a synagogue.
Police say the 20-year-old put up a burning cross on the property. Richard.
The suspect is 20-year-old William Warden. He is the son of a local PR founder, Billy Warden, and his mother is a Court of Appeals Judge Lucy Inman. Now, Warden made his first appearance in court today, where the judge raised his bail. The locks at 20-year-old William Warden's Cary apartment are being changed. The maintenance guys wouldn't say why. Cary police arrested Warden on charges of ethnic intimidation at Sharei Shalom Synagogue.
Administrative assistants answered remotely, and with just the simple greeting, "Can I help you?" The gentleman started to spew some anti-Semitic hate language, some typical anti-Semitic tropes: get out of the government, get out of Kerry, get out of our country, that sort of thing. We immediately notified the Cary police, who worked very quickly to arrest the suspect.
Warden is also facing charges for burning a cross at Bond Park in late October. Today, Warden's parents issued this statement. Sadly, we, like many families, are dealing in this case with a mental illness, which we recognize and which we have sought and continue to seek treatment. Our observations and our communications with law enforcement lead us to believe that our son has been exploited by people whose agenda is completely opposed to the inclusive values we espouse and live. Members of the synagogue are taking this very seriously. There is a Cary police car parked here in the parking lot, and most of the staff today worked from home. Now, Warden is due back in court in early December. In Cary, Richard Essex, CBS 17 News.
Richard, thank you. It's a story every parent or caregiver should sit up and pay attention to. An Amber Alert continues tonight for 13-year-old Hania Aguilar. Now, if you aren't up to speed on what's happening, she was kidnapped near her Lumberton home early this morning. Police say a masked man forced Hania into a 2002 green Ford Expedition with South Carolina tags. CBS 17's Sheena Elzy has been in Lumberton all day and talked to investigators. And Sheena, you actually had a chance to talk to one of Hania's relatives.
I did talk to one of her family members, and they are visibly shaken up and pleading with someone to bring her back home safe. Now, where we're standing at right now, this is the neighborhood where she lived, where she was taken, where police also have this area blocked off as they continue to investigate after they say someone wearing dark clothes and a yellow bandana over his face took her straight from her front yard. Through her tears, 13-year-old Hania Aguilar's aunt told us they just want her back. She told us that her parents were getting ready to take Hania to school this morning, so Hania went to start up the car. But then a man came up to her. That's when this happened.
Forced her into a green 2002 Ford Expedition, and he then stole the vehicle and drove away with Miss Angler in the vehicle.
Police say he was last seen leaving the Rosewood Mobile Home Park where Hania lived, and where police are now focusing their search after an Amber Alert went out.
The investigators are interviewing witnesses, family, and friends, as well as conducting a door-to-door canvass in the neighborhood and checking area surveillances to find out any information we can.
Police questioned anyone who came in or left that neighborhood.
Right now, the neighborhood's terrified. I mean, it really is. The neighborhood's terrified now.
Many worried about their own children and what's happening to Hania.
This is ugly.
It's what?
This is ugly. I mean, that's a child. I mean, it's just wrong.
As her family pleads for someone to bring her back safe. Now, police are saying that the SUV, the stolen SUV that she was last seen in, was registered to a family member, but they're still questioning and canvassing anyone about that. Now, if you have seen her or know any information about what happened, you're asked to call Lumberton Police. Live in Lumberton, Sheena Elsie, CBS 17 News.
Sheena, thank you so much. A man found dead in a Cumberland County home over the weekend is believed to be the same person wanted in a string of sexual assaults we first told you about last week. Within the past hour, Sheriff Ennis Wright identified the man as 40-year-old Jeffrey Jacobs. They believe he took his own life. In those cases along the Highway 301 corridor, the suspect was riding a motorcycle matching the description of the one owned by Jacobs.
Schools canceled, businesses impacted, and thousands of customers affected with a boil water notice. Overall, just a big mess after a water main break in Orange County. We've been pushing out the latest information on the CBS 17 mobile news app and, of course, social media. And take a look at this video from Sky I-17. The break and loss of water pressure is being felt in Chapel Hill and Carborough tonight. CBS 17's Derek Lewis is live as this water emergency continues. And Derek, people are being told to conserve water and boil what they use through tomorrow.
Yeah, they are being told that, and right now where we are here, this is where crews have been spending most of their time dealing with this water main break. You can see the caution tape is up for safety. You can see that barricades here are in place to help control the running water here, but no matter what is happening here behind me, there won't be a fix anytime soon.
I apologize for this disruption and inconvenience.
Orange Water and Sewer Authority, also known as OWASA, apologizes to its 80,000 customers in Chapel Hill and Carborough. A water main break is limiting water use, has put a boil advisory into effect, and forced Chapel Hill Carborough City Schools to close Monday. UNC also canceled classes.
I was out here earlier this morning when it was flowing even heavier, and it was really a sight to see.
Sky I-17 flew over Jones Ferry Road in front of OWASA's water treatment plant. There, crews started working at 7 a.m. to get the situation under control. OWASA also had a water main break in February of last year. That one also forced Chapel Hill and Carborough into a state of emergency due to a lack of water.
We don't know how it occurred yet, but we're working to isolate the main. We're working to isolate the break.
The boil advisory is in effect until Tuesday.
We want to ensure that no backflow of water re-enters the system, and if in case there's some chance it does, by boiling water, it ensures that that water remains very safe.
Charlie Christensen says his family is going to follow the advisory, and others should as well.
Now, boiling your water is a lot better than being sick from drinking bad water, for sure. So boil your water. It's a lot easier.
Now, although work is making progress here, OWASA tells me that the system water pressure remains low. So they're asking that you only use water for essentials such as drinking and basic hygiene. Live in Carborough, I'm Derek Lewis, CBS 17 News.
Derek, thank you. And the OWASA break is impacting about 80,000 customers tonight, mostly in Chapel Hill and Carborough. CBS 17's Michael Hyland continues our live team coverage. And Michael, a lot of businesses had to close today because of this water emergency.
Unfortunately for people in the community, this has become a familiar image to them. Once again, issues with the water system are costing businesses. The water main break in Carborough creating problems throughout the area. At Benny Capella's in Chapel Hill, they're getting ready to close early.
We're just selling what we already had prepped, and then once that's done, we're done, just to be on the safe side. Don't want anyone, getting sick or anything like that.
Several other nearby restaurants on Franklin Street shut down or limited service. With safety concerns in mind, administrators at Chapel Hill Carborough City Schools sent kids home.
It causes all kinds of problems, of course, with hygiene and sanitation, but beyond that also with the preparation of meals and lunches.
UNC Hospital canceled elective surgeries, directed trauma patients to other hospitals, and brought in bottled water for patients. Students at UNC started stocking up on bottled water too, once the university canceled classes for the day.
It's safer to drink this kind of water, so I bought a lot for my roommates.
DeMorris McCoy went through all of this last year during another emergency impacting the water supply.
You would think that it would be a little bit better or managed, but it is what it is.
He just hopes this time is the last time. Another issue that comes up with all of this, responding to fire calls. I checked with the towns of Chapel Hill and Carborough. They don't have any tanker trucks in town, so what they did is they reached out to the other local fire departments and put them on standby to bring their trucks here just in case they were needed today. Live in Carborough, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
Michael, thank you. CBS 17 is your local election headquarters. We will be with the candidates all day tomorrow.
And live from polling places to make sure there are no problems. Next at 5, what you need to know about getting a free ride to your polling place.
And remember the storms we had come through last Friday? Well, a similar situation is setting up for tomorrow. These storms, well to our west, will be on top of us tomorrow. I'm going to take you through the whole day, hour by hour, and tell you what exactly to expect coming up.